Welcome. I haven't made a video in a while, so I figured I would fill you in on little things that either I can't remember if the last video if I put them on here or if I didn't. Currently have a quick shifter and a Tory. I do believe that is on the YouTube. Put that on there. Love that thing. Absolutely love the Anatory quick shifter. It's very easy. Customer support very good. Love it. Plug and play system, which is a piggyback. Circle over to I plugged in here. This black plug here runs up. I know it's kind of a mess, but it is what it is. Right now, currently cleaning the injectors. Well, cleaned the injectors already, putting them back on. Man, although this is like I guess a hyper bike and everything, but this would be one of the best bikes to get, like a first bike, maintenance wise. It's so easy to work on. Like, okay, I did the 07 GSX 750 injectors, and obviously there's only 4 of them, but there's 8 on the Busa. There could be 8 on the G, I can't remember. Regardless, it was kind of difficult to get to the bolt. So literally, to get these injectors off, it's that Phillips head, that Phillips head, that Phillips head, and that Phillips head, and it literally pulls right off. All 8 pull right off with it. They unplug from the fuel rail and get after it. So I brought it over here. Whenever you buy like an Optimum fuel pump or whatever, it always comes with some extra plugs. I depin too, so you can slide them over the injector. So instead of because of course the alligator clips are kind of hard to get to and are kind of hard to use. Wait a second, sorry. So literally just see if you can see. Yeah, there's on the little black. Let me just point out to you real quick. This one. There are 2 little pins in there. One to one, the other one to the other one, and connected to a 12-volt battery. With I made this. So this end will slide over the injector. This end I put a little medicine syringe, a little plastic, put it up, halfway with carb cleaner, pressurize it because it has to have pressure for it to work, and I just touched to a small little 12-volt battery. I wouldn't do an 18-volt because you might mess up your injector. They're meant to run on 12 volts, so just find a 12-volt battery. If you use a car battery, that's better than using a Joule battery. But only reason I'm doing this is I bought a Draggy, which is like a time measurement for quarter mile, 0 to 60, 60 to 130. I'm sure everybody's heard of a Draggy before. But it's also you can test on the street, and so you don't always have to go to the track. Now, yes, legal, illegal, you can decide. But regardless, it's a great tool to have, so I bought it, and I noticed I'm not quite getting the same times other guys are getting on boosters, and my bike, for some reason, has recently, it falls on its face about 9,500 to 11,000. I don't know why. Kind of hits a wall and slow creeps. So I wanted to go out. I pulled the fuel pump out, dropped every fuel, because I put some fuel in there, so from Mobil 1, 93 octane. It ran fine below, kind of pops and bangs like it's, I don't know, on deceleration, but whatever. I went ahead and got all that fuel out. Gonna put some new fuel in it from somewhere else. Like I said, I went ahead and clean the injectors. Just I want to touch base on all of that first. Next, if it doesn't help it, I'll go ahead. I'll just buy a fuel pump and maybe some plugs, because really that's it. It's definitely a fuel. It's tuned by Moral Mafia, and I don't really think the tune can just fall off. Hopefully not. Obviously you can't just check a tune if it's on there or not, unless I send the ECU back off, which I don't really want to. But regardless, that is what I'm doing. Other upgrades, I did replace the chain because the old chain was actually the original chain. Vortec rear sprocket, same size. Actually, the front sprocket as well. Up a tooth to 18 instead of 17. 18 stock. I dropped it to 17. I bought new tires Christmas. The Michelin Power 5s or Road 5s or whatever. Well, I got a flat. So I ended up buying the Bridgestone Battle Axe S22s for the rear. Same Michelin up front, just because I'm cheap and, well, I'm not on the track, so whatever. Other thing, not sure if I showed it, but I did do the Brock's top clamp so I can lower it. I had the Vortex dog bone so I can lower the rear. I got a good level stance, probably an inch or so dropped, if not an inch and a half. You can't really tell because it's on the back stand and the tank's not on it, but you can definitely tell the front is lowered. But I love the way it rides. It looks, no more wheelies, so, but that's okay. In other news, I live in Texas, East Texas, to be exact. We just had all those pretty big storms. Tuesday, about 85 to 110 mile an hour winds. No tornadoes, but not in my area anyways, but straight line winds pretty much. And I told my wife to move the bike, told her to sit on it, roll it up here to get out of the way so she can pull her car in the garage. She dropped it. She thought the kickstand was down. It wasn't. So you can kind of see scuffs all around here, a little bit here. Took the paint off this 8mm. More than what she said was she thought it was down, but more than likely it was probably like right here. She thought it was down. So as soon as she went to put it on just a little bit, it flipped up. And she said she didn't drop it. She just let it down slow, which I do believe that because nothing is broken. The bars aren't bent. Peg's not broken. Peg's not bent. Nothing. The tank didn't even touch the ground. It just kind of laid here to my uncle. Thankfully, he lives about 3 minutes down the road, so he came over and picked it up for her because she couldn't. And I haven't taught her the trick of, standing away from the bike and so you can lift up a bike by yourself. But she is a female, kind of smaller size, so who knows. But background here. But I just wanted to, I haven't been on here in a long time, and I know this is another talking video like most of mine is, and I haven't really walked y'all through anything. I guess I can title this injector cleaning video for all Hayabusas, because that is kind of what I did. And I did kind of walk y'all through how to do it, because it is very simple. The whole bike is simple to work on if you have to work on it, which I haven't had to. Seriously, this bike has been maintenance, like low maintenance is all get out. I changed the oil. I've done the clutch. I did the Brock's mod for the clutch, and I did some clutch spring spacers, so it's a little stiffer. But that's all. I guess the clutch is kind of a maintenance thing, but you don't have to do that. I didn't have to either, but I did take it to the track, 8th mile track down in Ferris, Texas, XRP, with a buddy of mine, Nick Morale, and his son, and Super Dave. Dave, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so that's the G. But regardless, old drag racers. And I did a 6.4 at 116 in the 8th. Not terrible, not real fast, but it is the first time I've taken this to the track. Obviously, I've taken the ZX9, my F-Zero 1000, ZX7s, but obviously this is a whole other animal. But that's another reason why I did the quick shifter and the sprocket and the lowering, because I'm planning on going back. Because it's kind of an addiction. It's very fun. My budget doesn't really have a built motor or anything in the books, but I would like to build a 1440 out of this, and a little port and polish head or whatever. But that's later. That's it. I still love my Hayabusa. I'm still a Kawasaki guy. I did get this in the mail today because I love Kawasaki's. A little toy, of course. Some other little small toys, and Scott Russell, cool guy. Like that color right there. The garage is an absolute mess. We do laundry, obviously, because it's such a large room, and everything is kind of scooted to the corner still, because I still have to pull the car into the garage sometimes. But with that being said, I'm going to get off here. If you're still here and listen to me talk for 8 to 9 minutes, I do appreciate it. I just want to kind of keep everybody updated. If you are interested in buying a Hayabusa, man, I sure would. At least if you've had one bike prior. You don't have to, maybe not start on this motorcycle, but because it's going to ruin you for riding any other bike, I guess, unless you buy a new 1000. But this is super comfortable. My wife loves riding with me. Comfortable for her. It's not a weird seating position for her. But I love it, and most people would too. Even if you're a diehard Kawasaki guy, the ZX14s are hard to work on because it has the frame. Literally goes over this whole area, so you can't get to it. You could. It's just gonna take you much longer. This literally to get to this point right here, it might have took 8 minutes max, and that's taking the tank off, the airbox off, and the throttle injector. Sorry, not the throttle injector, fuel injector. Sorry, not the throttle bodies because those don't have to be taken off, which is fantastic. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, really, because they didn't really do a whole lot. But we will talk to y'all later.